Hey guys, what is up? The NeoCubist here. Welcome to episode 14 of my Minecraft Hardcore Let's Play. So, I've done a little bit of work off camera because I feel like I built too many walls on camera, and I started going a little crazy here, dude. I'll be honest. So, this all started because I was over here at my bee farm, and by the way, we're going to be building some horse stables today and, you know, animal storage in general. But I was over here and I was like, I kept going up. I remember I had the little dirt path to go up. I don't even think I had made this like flat yet. I had this little, and I was like, dude, this ain't right, man. We're 14 episodes in. We got to build something. So I started the beginnings of like a staircase. And then I was over here and I was like, wow, this looks really, really messy. I want to leave this, but I don't know how to like handle that. You know what I mean? I want to leave it natural, but the whole way we build our base is like these walls on these layers, and I don't know. We'll figure it out. Either way, this is so much better, but you can see I flattened out this big area up here, and the reason this looks weird is because there's like a hole here, and I don't know if like, is there anything in here that I'm like not okay filling in? I mean, it leads out to like the other parts. Is there a way that I could leave the cave entrance but still have something up there? Can I do this? I don't know, but either way, guys, this is what I was doing in between episodes, and I was having so much fun. I love building and terraforming. I always have. It's always been like something that's just interesting to do, to me at least. I know some people don't really find it too interesting, but that's okay. You don't have to do it. You just have to watch me do it a little bit. So we're gonna go grab some materials to build some walls. I'll build them off camera. We'll come back. We'll look at everything. There we go. I think that's a lot better. Maybe bring this down a little bit. The one block over here. So I added this little like peninsula on the end. I don't really know how to handle all this. And then a lot of this was not flat. And like I flattened all of this out, obviously. Now over here it looks a little weird because this is like, remember we made this like weird like, I guess we could take this up. This like moss farm thing, but we're not going to use that anymore, right? Like I don't think so. I'm asking you guys, like, you're going to have the answer. I don't foresee myself using that anymore. So I'm just going to fill in to like this pattern right here, but I don't have any more dirt. Let me go show you how much dirt I've used. But yeah, we have a huge area now. And we also have a huge area down here. I tried to clear out most of the grass, left the trees so it looks somewhat more natural. I don't know how we're going to handle this because this is not on the 3-layer system or the, you know, like the 3 high layer system. It's like, so I don't know, dude. I think we may leave just that part or use another material for it so that it doesn't feel weird. I don't know. This is the only thing that bugs me is that this is so close to the, I did still make the path over here, as you can see, but it feels like it's a little squished. I actually had to remove, there was like a copper block here, and there was also some of these firefly bushes. I had to remove them, but that's okay. But let me go show you how much dirt I've used, because to fill in that big area over there took quite a hit on our supply. So Soul's just hanging out in here. He's been having a good time. I can tell he wants to go out there, and that's where the, you know, the special area is going to be anyways, so it does make sense. I put it on here, animal area of greatness. Not this area right here, but where we're going to be building today. Yeah, so I had a full double chest of dirt. I used quite a bit of it. Well, just to put it lightly, like quite a bit of it. I also don't know if I want to keep using oak wood for the stairs. That feels like a little weird. Maybe we could use like some tough brick or something. I really don't know. Let me pick a material and decide. You know, even before I figure out what the stair material is, I gotta go check on my, oh no, this thing might just be running dry, which is okay. It just like nothing happens bad. It just tries to like push stone. I would assume that this thing is done. Yes, see, now it's just burning bone meal. Is it? Or is it just not working anymore? No, it's definitely still working. I mean, there's moss coming up. Okay, but I'm going to turn it off for now because there's just no way that this thing isn't full, right? Like, I was close enough that this thing was running for sure. It's really not full? I mean, okay, I guess I can leave it running. I'm just nervous that it's gonna like break somehow. I don't know. We'll turn it off for now. Well, let's not get too greedy with the boss. the reason I was in here to grab moss is I need a little bit more mossy cobblestone, and ironically enough, I keep using all of it. Huh, who'd have thunk, right? Building a giant base out of mossy cobbles. I love all these interconnected paths, by the way. I think that is such a cool concept. Let me go fill in the dirt before we do anything else. Then we'll come back in here and we'll figure out like a stair. I don't think I need this much dirt to begin with. It's not like that big of an area. That should be enough. It's mainly like the mossy cobble that I was gonna run out of. So let me grab like a little bit more, craft it up here. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. I'm getting nervous, as I am every time before we have a launch on the server. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I run a Minecraft server. That's where I make all my money. It's called RainyDay. Discord link is in the description if you're interested. We launch a new season tomorrow. That's right. It's literally tomorrow. So if you're watching this and you're not the kind of patient person who wants to wait for something, if you'd like to try it out, you can on both Java and Bedrock Minecraft. So it would mean a lot to me if you try it out. Of course, you don't have to, but it would mean a lot. Okay. It's Skyblock, by the way. It's not survival, but we will have survival eventually. But for now, it's Skyblock. But I'm nervous. So I'm playing this and recording myself to distract, so I don't have to think about it. I was thinking maybe copper stairs. Like, I feel like that would make sense, but also that would look a little weird on the ground. And then I was thinking, okay, so we'll do some tough stairs. Okay, we don't have any tough. So I don't know. I mean, I guess we just keep going with the oak wood stairs, man. I don't know. It feels a little weird, though, doesn't it, to have, like, oak wood stairs? Do we want to just go for, like... Huh. I don't know. I don't know why oak wood stairs feel so weird. I guess we'll just go with them for now, and then if we can think of something better, I'll go in and I'll remove all oak wood stairs in the entire base. But like we don't have a better idea. I like this for this, but if it's matching the wall everywhere, I'm afraid it's going to look a little weird. And I haven't really thought that these look weird anywhere else, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of like freaking myself out for nothing. Okay, so obviously the big next step, like I said, is going to be building the wall, but the only problem is I did make this wide enough where if I put this down, we still have like a decent space to walk around on, which is perfect. But we're going to run into a problem very soon. Watch this. What do we do right here? I don't know. Like, I really like this. Maybe like copper grates so we can look down in it and then figure out like, but what material will surround the copper grates? I'm not sure, but I think copper grates for now. And I do want to add something to that pool. I know someone put a bunch of axolotls in there, I think they had said. And this made it look like really lively down there, so maybe we'll do something like that. I'm not really sure. I don't have a big plan for it. But I do know that I want to keep that natural opening. And if we line it up with our floor, granted, you probably don't want to like put grates right there, so it's okay if we fill in a few things if they're like right above. Like this right there. I like the way the tree looks though, even. So we're gonna go all the way back in here. We're gonna fill this in. So it might look a little weird in some spots, but I don't think so. I think we'll be able to make this look kind of cool. And then you're probably like, okay, well, so where do you build a wall? I think what I'm gonna do is just literally like bring it back. I'm gonna take this away right here, and this, and this. And we'll do something. Oh, yes, I hear the bees. I did breed the bees a few times, but for some reason, they weren't, like popping out of their hive. Let's go try again, because that's something I really do need to do, and it's not something I've been avoiding. Like, I want to have a bunch of honeycomb, but every time I go in here and I get my peonies out, trying to breed the bees, they just don't, like, I don't even think, are these adult bees? Yeah, they are. I don't know what to do. I guess there's more baby bees now, but they don't like always pop out. So maybe it's just a slower process than like breeding other animals. I'm really not sure. This wall, it feels a little weird because it's so close, but like, guys, like, what am I going to do there, right? Like, I don't think there's an alternative, and I'm not too concerned about it. I think it'll be fine. Okay. So the wall will be like right here, and then it'll go back, right? I think that's fine. I guess. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think I make it out to be a bigger deal than it really is. So let me finish this area of the wall, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I have this thing filled in. I even had to modify a little bit of the like space up here because it was looking a little weird, which I recognize now. I'm probably got to fill this in. A little bit of dirt, but that's okay. And that's why we have dirt with us. So this area now is properly like sectioned off, and I can still see down in there, which is cool. And then we're just going to do the same kind of thing over here. Now this one I'm probably going to bring back a little bit like this. And I'm probably just going to like break this and use this as the wall. So I'll have to dig like a little bit more dirt out, which is fine because I'm probably going to need it anyways. But yeah, I'm going to build the wall over here. And then we'll build the wall all the way along that thing. And I'll come back and it'll just be a bunch of walls. Not really anything like super interesting. I'll probably end up doing a wall here, but I've got to do like tiers up, tier up, tier up, tier up, till we get up to the top. So we'll do that later, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and finish this. Okay, guys. Well, all the walls have been built. I mean, not all of them, but everything that was in progress has finally been built. And I was looking over here. Maybe we could give a little bit more room behind this, but do we need the room? We don't like need the room, right? I feel like that's just silly. The only thing that I really wanted to do after this was I kind of wanted to like surround this because it looks a little weird just like on the ground. And what better thing to surround it with than a little bit of mossy. There we go. Now it looks like a proper little like, what is that section, which is perfect. Oh, we did forget this, but that's okay. Easy fix. Easy fix. Okay, now the whole thing is done, at least for the most part. And now we have an area where we could build something for the animals. Now, obviously on this side, I didn't fill it in yet because like, I don't know what, like, how do you fix, like, there's a big cave. I mean, it's not a fix, but like, what do I do about that? Like, realistically, like, I don't actually know what I would do about that. And this isn't too high because I'd have to break all this dirt. So I'm not going to mess with that right now. I guess I did kind of forget about this right here, but since we did dig out so much stuff, it should be very easy to fill in. And I actually did do a solid fill. I think I was just, like, really tired that day. It was, like, near the end of a recording day, and I was, like, so sleepy. And I was like, I can't fill it in, but... Bro, it's the morning for me. I'm feeling a lot of energy. I've been working out again, which makes me feel good. I get in these cycles where I won't go and work. I think I've talked about it in the videos many times because it happens many times. I'll like go to the gym for like a few months, like real solid, feel real good about myself. And then something happens that like throws me off my schedule. And I think it's like a common humanity thing. I think most people have this happen. And then you stop going to the gym, and then you don't feel very good, and you can't figure out why. And you start going to the gym, and you feel good again, and it's like, bruh. How does that happen over and over and over? Over and over. And I gotta be in tip-top shape, dude. I'm about to have a kid, right? So I gotta be in tip-top shape. There's no not being in tip-top shape. So look at me, dude. I'm building more walls. Someone help this guy. Okay. So we'll just build this. Oh, is Hazel snoring? Her head is in like the worst spot. It's like among all of the cables that power my computer. I'm gonna move her head, not because I'm worried about the cables. I don't care about you. Can replace all that, but I don't want to get like shocked or something. Hazel, oh, she literally, what? The second I look back down there, it's like she heard me say that and she moved her head. That's so cute. Okay, well, I guess I put a little wall there. I don't know, man. But this whole area, if you can't tell, is much more terraformed, and I'm seeing something that I must wall off right now. We also got to fix this. Stuff that's just been, like, you know, neglected because we haven't been doing stuff at our house or whatever. As much as I love you, Coarse Dirt, you just make it look really weird, and I don't. Not really a big fan. I said we're going to build the horse stables, but now I want to, like, make all these paths look better now that I'm staring at one, and it looks so bad. Like, I don't know what to do without them, but they just look so bad. We may need to actually go and gather a material that is not just, like, readily available. What that material would be, your guess is as good as mine. I really don't know. It's got to be something you can mix in with the ground that isn't mossy cobblestone. Maybe moss, but like I said, moss would look weird like in this biome specifically because this grass is more of like a yellowish, like less green tint. So I'm not sure. You could mix like hay, you could mix gravel, you could do normal cobblestone. And I do agree that there's like too much mossy cobblestone on these walls. Like it's starting to look a little weird. Like there's like too much mossy cobblestone. But I will tell you this, it's going to be broken up like, bro, what? Oh, okay. It's going to be broken up quite a bit once we start adding like plants and stuff. We can always put like stairs and stuff in, but I feel like it looks fine. I like mossy cobblestone, so maybe you don't. We left this little wall thing here This was originally going to be like, this is like the wall design we're going to build. I don't think it's going to be made out of that much wood. First of all, lightning could strike it. Yes, I know there's lightning rods, but I don't really love this design because when you're trying to go up a mountain and your design is like not, I don't know. We'll figure out a better design, I think, like a much better design. I think this is cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And if it was a completely flat like wall around an area, that would be perfect. But for our purposes, it's just a little, it's just not going to work, I don't think. And plus, I think it's by time we finally do something. Maybe build like a fountain here. I don't know, like quite literally anything. But this whole area has always been either a chunk tree. It's been the wall for like the past like 5-6 episodes. We just keep putting stuff here and then just like not removing it. I don't want the animal farm to be here. Not the animal farm, but the animal like, I don't know, house? I don't know what we're really going to build. We could have kind of like a cool little fountain here. I mean, we have like a little area. We should have like a decently sized area. I don't know exactly what shape the fountain would be in, but I'm seeing kind of like a triangle formation here. So maybe like this. What the fountain is made of? Probably just, I mean, it's got to be the... If it's just more of the same stuff, man, I swear, dude. We'll break this out, and I'll remember it's a fountain if I do this. Okay, because I really got to work on other stuff. Obviously, that's not the fountain. How long it'll stay there, I don't know, but obviously that's not what we're going to leave there. I know, Soul. We're working on it. We're working on it, buddy. So, how do we want to build, like, a farm? And where do we want to build it? Well, this area is a little flat, right? Or not flat. A little bit long. Over here is a lot wider, but then we have to do a lot of walking to get here. Over here is fine because we don't have to do that much walking. Maybe we could do something over there. Like, I like that we have this area, but now that I'm thinking about it, like, yeah, we could potentially build something in here. Do I want to just have it in my house? Because that's where I'm, like, going. No, I actually don't want, I don't want it in my house. I feel like my house has enough stuff. How flat is this area up here? If we were to build, like, a staircase, like, right here, how flat is this area? Oh, yeah. I mean, it's decently flat. What sucks is that I built my cow farm on, you know, I mean, this is temporary. Like I said, we're going to release the cows eventually, but this whole thing's going to have to be flattened out, so I don't really think that would be wise. Maybe we could put it in our house. Let's see. What do you think, buddy? Do you think we could put it over here? Do you think this would work? We could just, like, you know, like, break out a little area, put some, like, mossy stuff in there. That just doesn't seem right, does it? That doesn't seem right. I don't want to do that. I want to put more effort than that into the area we're going to store the animals that we love, right? Give them our best. What that best is, I'm not totally sure, but we're going to give it to them for sure. We're going to give them our best. Okay. We'll take a little bit of waxed copper. I don't know exactly how this design is going to go, okay? So I'm just going to break a bunch of stuff. Okay. Now, I think we're going to build... I don't know, like, here's the thing, right? I don't have an exact, like, structure plan in mind. Like, I actually don't. Usually I'll have, like, some idea of what we're going to do, but at this current moment, I have no idea. And I know I said I wasn't going to build it over here, but I really think this is the best spot. I like that we have a little tree here. Do we have to remove it? I mean, we could move the staircase, but I think it's okay if we remove this tree. We'll plant tasteful trees back, and we can get big trees. They're not that difficult. You just have to put, like, some, like, blocks at the base of the sapling like this. Like a shape like that, and then you put the sapling at the bottom and you grow it. And usually it will actually, like, grow like a big tree. You have to change maybe, like, the placement of the blocks a little bit. Like, you can't have one directly surrounding the sapling. I don't know. I'll show you if I end up building one. It's not too difficult. Did we get everything log-wise? We did. So we're going to flatten this out a little bit because obviously, like, nothing's going to, you know, happen here if we don't. So I'm going to, for now, just give the cows, like, a little bit of buffer room like this. And then just kind of go over here, and then we'll have to figure something out in terms of flattening. Yeah, I mean, this is going to have to be, like, 2 blocks tall. Maybe, like, over to here. I'm not super concerned about this. I remember, oh no, it's coming to strike back, where we had filled in the, well, I guess hadn't filled in these caves totally, so it's definitely going to come back for a little bit of a vengeance. Okay, and then I'll break this out. It's always easier for me to visualize, like, where we're going to cut out an area if I, you know, give myself a little bit of, like, I don't know, division in the ground. Okay, so now I'm going to take out this entire area of dirt. So, probably want to build just a chest here because I want to keep these materials with me. So we're going to end up with a project chest. I'm sorry. I try to avoid them as much as I can, but this is an instance in which I think it's perfectly reasonable to have one, right? Like we're gonna need all this space. So I'm gonna put up all the stuff that I don't need immediately. And then we're going to get that shovel going, and we are going to clear out this entire area. Because we're going to have to use a lot of the dirt to, like, fill it back in. So maybe we'll have inventory space. We'll see. See you in a bit. I'll show you what it looks like after I, like, remove these layers. Because I'm curious to see how much cave there's going to be. Quite a bit. Okay. So this is the last little part I've got to dig, right? I'm going to have to fill in a bunch of stuff. Like, a lot of stuff. Which isn't too bad. I mean, most of it is not very deep. Like here, like I mean, like I'll fill it into like right here. I don't need to fill in every last little tiny crevice of this cave, but these little like high up caves, like they're fine. They don't really interest me. Even though there's a tiny bit of grass in them, I don't really care. They're easy enough to just go in here, right, and just like fill up as you see. Pretty easy. But like over here, these are really shallow, so it's kind of nice. It gets a little bit deeper over here, but like, do I need to go all the way in there and fill it in? No, like I'll fill it in to like right here, and it'll be perfectly fine. If I have to go underground at all, which probably won't have to for like an animal type build, even if I do, it'll be okay. I can fill it in after the fact. But all that to say, this is a pretty big area, and we should have more than enough room to build something here. And we didn't actually get very much dirt, which is perfectly fine. So I'm going to fill in, and then when I am done filling in, I will come back, and let's take a look at it together. Okay, well, this is the area that we're looking at. It's a pretty good size spot. Like, it's a pretty good size spot. This thing over here, I don't know if we ever... Like, I mean, is it finished? Like, I feel like it doesn't need to be, like, something super crazy. I liked how this looked, and I like how this looks too. But I don't know how to do like a barn in this style. You know what I mean? Like, how do you do an old barn? What does that even entail? What does that look like? Find out tonight on CBS News. I really don't know. So we'll just have to figure that out together because it's just one of those things. I have no idea. Which is great. I mean, I like to have a challenge in Minecraft. It's not often you play a game for 15 years and you feel like you have a challenge. But building in a new style, I feel like it's always a little bit of a challenge. So, how are we going to do this? Let me put up everything. Like, dude, I don't need any sticks and I don't need any oak saplings. You guys can go over here, hang out, have a good time. Don't involve me. I am going to go over here and grab a little bit of water. It's just wise to always have water. Where's my microphone? Why is my microphone all weird? I like set up with my boom arm. Hopefully I wasn't quiet this whole episode, but I should be a little bit clearer now. Apologies. Sometimes I don't know, bro. It should be fine. My editing software will make everything sound better anyways with all the little tweaks I do. And look, a little pool of water right here. Thank you guys very much for just hanging out here and keeping our earth clean and keeping that pool of water clean. I wish I could try to drink it, but I can't drink from a bucket. Now, if I grabbed a bottle, I could try it, but I'm good. Steve doesn't need water, apparently. He just absorbs it from the air like a sponge. Doesn't do that, so I don't know what I'm saying. Also, this, like, right here, this is, like, weird dirt thing. Like, we'll definitely take care of this at some point. Like, this is going to be pretty easy to flatten out, and maybe we should flatten it out now, but the cow farm, man. I guess we could bring the cow farm down one block. It'd just be... We would have to build like a temporary pen. This is fine. We have more than enough area here. Can you tell I'm distracting? Or not distracting. Can you tell I'm like stalling because I don't know how to build this? We're going to take equal, mossy, take a little bit of copper stuff. I want to get everything in my hotbar so I feel like I have everything available to build with. Okay. Okay. How do you build a barn in an old style? Maybe like a sun shape. I don't know. Let me sit here and think because I don't want to like build something crazy. Well, I want to build something crazy, but in a good way. Hello. Hello, Gaston. How you doing, buddy? Okay, so I feel like I want this to have stalls, but then I also want it to have like an area where they have freedom, if this makes sense. But like horse stalls, you know, in a barn, but then we're going to end up with a barn-shaped structure, which wouldn't be the end of the world. So how big is like a stall? I mean, we're talking for a Minecraft animal like that big, right? Now, obviously, I would prefer it be made out of like, hold on. I'd prefer it be like made out of copper grates so that they could maybe, you know, get a little bit of breathing room or something. So this would be like a stall, right? So something like this. But then how big? Again, I'm just trying to like envision this. So we have like a stall sort of structure. And then you'd ideally have rows of these, so you wouldn't just have one, right? You'd do 3, and then you'd have another, and then 3, and then you'd have another. But this, even with this many, right? This is only like how many stalls? Like 3, I guess. We could add probably another one on the edge. I don't feel like that's enough, right? I feel like it needs a little bit more. Like you can't just have stalls out in the open. But if we're doing like a building style that's more like free focused, like free form focused, maybe we just have like a roof made of like, I don't know, man. We'll kind of let's just play it by ear. Let's just play it by ear. We'll just kind of free form build, and then if we end up with something we like, we end up with something we like. But then I want like a section in front of it to have, or maybe at the end, have like a little bit of an area where they can like roam around freely. So maybe we do something like this, and then have the entrance be over here. But then if I want to walk from here to over here, I have like no space. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. So I'm going to lay this out on the ground. I mean, I am definitely challenging myself because I don't think I've ever built anything similar to what I'm building right now. I quite literally have zero idea where I'm going with this. I'm just laying out a floor plan. Okay. So they're going to have an area. There's going to be some stalls in here, which realistically we're never going to use, but they look like something that would be inside of a farm. So they're there. I guess just do the grates up a little bit. But if you have too many grates, it looks weird. I have realized that. If you have too many grates, it looks weird. So maybe we want to cool it on the grates and do something like walls. You do mossy walls? Of course you could do mossy walls. Why wouldn't you be able to? Maybe do something like this. That would like, I feel like it give you a little bit more room. And then the stalls feel a little, a little bit closed off, but I don't know. They would probably want to be like mossy cobblestone walls, right? That would probably make more sense. And not be just straight stone. Okay. I'm getting somewhere, but it's gonna take a little bit of thinking. So let me play around with this. It feels weird to have these like jutting out from the wall. I really don't like this at all. Okay. I like how this looks a lot more. Now the only question is, how do you build these walls? What are these walls gonna be made out of? Because everything else is kind of like not angular, but it has like some sort of like purpose to the block. So I'm gonna go grab some tuff, so that we don't end up with something that just looks very weird. And I think it's okay if it's open. Eventually, this is going to be a very safe area. Everything's going to be surrounded by walls. We don't have to have a roof, but it wouldn't really make sense to give like shelter, like animals having shelter without quite literally any shelter, right? So I do want to fix that. We're starting to run a little bit low. We'll keep the hay with us. We'll grab some leaves. We hardly ever end up using them, but we'll grab them. I came here for the tuff. I don't know how much of it we'll end up using, but we do need like a little bit. Otherwise, it's just going to be all made of stone brick and mossy cobblestone like the rest of this. But, you know, if you were in an ancient civilization, you made a couple materials and that's what you built with. You weren't in here making like a huge variety of materials. Yes, I know we're not actually an ancient civilization. We're very modern and right here, right now. But the only problem I see, again, like how do we connect this over here? Let me figure this out. Yes, you're very cool. You actually, can I hop on you and we can look at this from above? Okay. Yeah, it just feels like this, it's like we don't have enough room here. I don't want to make it symmetrical, but if we just like do a diagonal line there, maybe we'd be okay. We'll try that, I suppose. We'll try something like that. Okay. All right, buddy. Okay. I don't know, actually. This looks super weird. It should be fine. Again, like, I'm not going for perfection. I just need to figure out, like, what the heck are we going to do for the walls, and how the heck are we going to do a ceiling? I don't know why, but I keep getting attracted to these things. How is this going to help me? I'm really, really unsure. I don't know. Because, like, this, like, what okay, let me figure this out. Yeah, this is how creative I am. We ended up with just a big wall. I think we'll kind of like mix in other materials and make it look better. Okay, I'm not proposing that we quite literally just have a giant wall. Okay, I swear to God, that is not what I am proposing. It's got to be tall enough for me on a horse to get in and out, and for obviously like the horses to get in and out. I don't like how this is like this, so we'll just move it over because we have that power. We are the power. There we go. And then we move this over as well. And nobody will know except for the people who are watching, which is like around 10,000 people plus. Ugh, it's okay. Just don't think about that. Don't think about that. Don't think about that. Okay. So now we have like an entrance, right? Which is cool. But like I said, we've got to have like something, right? This cannot just be a wall. And we cannot copy the pattern we have here and just make these bottom blocks Mozzie over. Like that's not going to work. So we do have the tough. We just don't have very much. Like this is quite literally all we have. Like we don't have some hiding in here or anything. Like this is it. This plus 17 plus that. Not really a whole lot, but it's something. So I'm going to go around with this and just destroy the bottom layer and try that. And then we'll go from there. You know what? Sometimes you just gotta... Sometimes you gotta just... I'm not doing that. I'm not building a big cobblestone wall and then trying to sculpt it into something else. We need... I like these stables. I think that's cool. Let's work from there and just axe the rest of this real quick. It'll take a little bit to break, but not nearly as much pain will be experienced from me breaking this as me having to look at it. So let's do the right thing. Okay. I feel much better about this. For some reason, that was just not, it was not working out. So I want to do the same kind of thing here. I really like how these look. And I feel like if we just like carry on this like pattern, and then we just do where we have 3 on this side, or just 2. 2 is fine. I'm not really going to be super picky. I think we've built this correctly. I really hope so. I don't want to go back in and do it again. Yeah, so it should be 4 blocks back. Yeah, we did. And then we can make this look like a temple structure. It doesn't need to have a roof. And it gives us a place to put our animals. And we'll make it look better. We'll have like a little courtyard in the front. It's just, we don't have as much room as I was hoping. These only go back 2. These are supposed to go back 3. How did I do that? Oh, because I put these pillars in the wrong spot. Whoops. Easy fix. Easy fix. I thought I built the whole thing wrong. But no. Not that big of a deal. Okay. Much better. And then I remember how to do this. I did the copper like this. See, much better when you have a plan in mind. Some people plan out their builds, and I think that's fine. There's definitely beauty in that. But I like to just kind of... I like to just wing it. I feel like that's where I have the most fun. And this feels nice and open and airy, and it doesn't feel too closed off, but it doesn't feel like it has too much of any one material, which that's where a lot of builds will suffer. At least in my experience with the way I build, is if I have too much of one material, which you could argue I have too much, but I mean per structure, right? Okay, so now we have a nice like stable system, you could say, and we're probably going to want to use like some fences in here. Jungle fence would be great. With horses, it's a little tricky because they're not, you know, like I don't know. They're just different shapes and sizes of horses, and I messed up. I gotta go grab some more jungle wood. Give me a second here. The solution to my stare issue has also been staring me in the face, which is kind of funny to say, right? I wasn't trying to do that, but it is to just mix in jungle stairs. We quite literally don't have any jungle like stuff. We really don't. We have some jungle fence gates, which is what I needed, but I need more. And it's kind of unfortunate because I think I'm gonna have to go into the jungle and do a little bit of deforestation in a responsible way. Is there responsible deforestation? Kind of. Hey, Soul, we're almost done, buddy. We're gonna go show you your brand new horse area. Brand new, never before seen, ever. And I might make this a 1 block taller as well, just because I feel like horses are. Yeah, we'll go ahead and make it 1 block taller. You know, there might be other animals in here, but for the most part, it's going to be horses. So it would make sense to make this whole thing like 1 block taller. So I'm going to do that. That'll take a little bit of time because it's... Oh, hey, buddy. You know, if I could say anything about these gas and stuff, they have never gotten in my way. Like, you know what I mean? They've never, like, blocked... Like right now, is the reason I'm saying this, right now is the only time I feel like it's even gotten close. And it really didn't bug me at all. But there's a lot of things in the game that can start to bug you a little bit. But those happy gas, they're just not one of them. They're not one of them. Okay, so this seems nice and open to me. And now we just need to, like, obviously have some sort of, like, fence for the front of these. Now, horses are 2 blocks wide. And I wish they had, like, a 2 wide fence gate. But alas, they don't. Maybe, Mojang, what you could do is if you have 2 fence gates next to each other... They operate like kind of like double doors. And you remove these like little squares on the end, and it just becomes 1 big fence gate, right? Wouldn't that be cool? For now, we could just do it like this. I suppose that this will work just fine. Alas, my request stands, please. I think it'd be kind of cool to do that. I don't know, just a thought. And I think this looks nice here. Obviously, those are just for building. We got to figure out like a material to do for the roof, because I do want to have like a little bit of a roof, like a little open area over here. I'll go ahead and like show you what I mean by that. Hopefully there's enough space in here. It's just I may have to change this wall down here, which is a little tricky, but I want to have I do want to have this space here. I've kind of decided this already. If we have to break a block or two, it's fine. We'll figure it out. Okay. So maybe you do something with some walls and fences here, but see what I mean? Like, it's just too... maybe we just move where the... You know what? Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna remove this for now, and my whole solution was to mix jungle stairs in with the oak wood stairs. I've done that before so many times. For some reason, that had just completely just blanked my mind. I hadn't thought of it. I'm gonna make this wall a little bit wider right here, which I think is fine. Doesn't really matter that much. Just to give us a little bit of breathing room around this thing, right? It gives us, yeah, a little bit. And it's not a problem for us. We just need to move the staircase. I don't know exactly where to put it. I mean, there is a staircase there. We could put it over, like, here, I guess would be one option. But I feel like, let's say I'm in a hurry. Okay, I ran out of my house. All right, let's go on an adventure. Where do I want to run? I kind of want to run there. Obviously, running here, you go into a hole. You can run around here and then up to there. Or if we get in the habit, we could go like this and run over here. And then go to a staircase right here. Would that work? I think that'll work just fine. It'll work even better if I, like, solidify it by putting ourselves a path here. Yes. Oh, yes. Now there is a path, and I have to take this. And if I don't, I'll die. Right? Something like that. That's the spirit. And this gives us so much more room to work with, too. Like, so much more. And just looks a little bit better. Okay, nice. So now we have our solution for that. And we can take our stairs. Exactly 9 of them. Okay. And we can put our bed over here. There we go. Now you have room. And we just need to build like an entrance into this thing and maybe like a few like... I don't know. Do walls and fences connect? I don't think they do, right? Yeah, they really don't. And you can't... Oh, you can walk through them? That means mobs can probably pathfind through them. So let me think of a solution to this. I was going to say we could just have fence out here, which I think is like a good starting point. So let me go ahead and just put the fence. And then we can figure out... like a roof solution. I'm gonna go grab a bunch of those lights too because I just love the way that they look, and I'll be right back. Okay, so currently, like I said, with the current update, lightning rods are made of copper, right? They do not oxidize, but they will in the copper update. What I was saying earlier is that by the time we're back recording more hardcore, maybe the update will have come out or comes out very soon, the Copper Age update. And you got to also keep in mind, like, whenever the Skyblock starts, it's going to be a week straight of Skyblock episodes. There's going to quite literally be no hardcore for at least a week. And then after that, we'll do, like, 1 hardcore a week and, like, 2 Skyblock a week. And I know that that's disappointing, especially if you're here solely for the hardcore. And I'm sorry. But again, I'm about to have a kid, dude. Like, I gotta make some money, man. I don't think you guys really... I don't make as much money as you think. I think a lot of people think that I'm just, like, rolling in it. I'm not. So I got to focus on that for a little bit. But, of course, hardcore is not going anywhere. And I meant that with the last world, too, but we died, right? Like, I mean, I can't control that. Oh, no, we run out of... Oh, we have a little bit of copper blockage with us. Thank you. Past me. Appreciate it. I made way too many. How many extras can we get? Yeah, we have 3 extra copper. I'll throw it on the ground. We get so much. And we have a minecart direct to a trial chamber, so we don't really have to worry about that too much. So I do really like the way these copper trapdoors look. Yes, they will oxidize. And then at some point, we'll like oxidize them at different stages and whatnot. Like, of course. And we need to have an entrance to this. 3 of these is great. I wish I could do something different with them, but like there's just no... Not really. Minecraft doesn't offer such an option, right? For now, it just has to be like that. Okay. Do lightning rods, do they like perfectly line up with like a fence, for instance? Okay, that's cool. I do like that. That's not really why I had brought these specifically, but this will work and give us a little bit of something to... So with these, maybe we could do every other fence. Will it line up? Ooh, yes, it will. Will it on this direction? In a way, it kind of lines up. And then what would we put on top of these? I'm not exactly sure. We could do like these. And to give it like a little bit of like a wall kind of structure. I suppose. Except the ones around here are going to need to be too high. And it's a little weird because they're like stacked in a way that's kind of odd, but it's okay. But for these, for instance... We could just put the wall like this high. That way a horse can go on them and feel comfortable. We want to make sure the horses feel comfortable. Okay. Does that feel like too many copper, though? I mean, kinda. I guess we could break it up with like some walls or something. But this is what I mean. If there's too much copper, it starts to feel weird. So I'm not totally sure. I guess we could like fill in a fence. It looks weird, but it's like too much of a pattern. It's like honestly hurting my eyes, bro. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. We'll figure out something else that looks good. Okay, but irregardless of that, what I brought all of this stuff out here for was to give us some variety. Where's the last type of copper? Okay. So these are all going to be different heights, right? This will be like this high, and then we'll top it with one of these. This one will be this high, and we'll top it with this one. This one will just be... 1 block higher, we'll top it with that, and then this one can be, doesn't really matter, we could go up. We could honestly just top it like this, right? Okay, then we go to this one, and this one could be 2, 3. We can go up, but this one could just be like 2. Put this one here. But this will just add like a nice bit of variety, because otherwise like, your build will look a little weird. If it's like, okay, it's not going to look weird. I'm like trying to give advice or something that doesn't make any sense. For this build specifically, I like how this looks. I like to give a little bit of variety. I think it's nice. We'll use a green one. We haven't used any of those. Maybe for good reason, but honestly not. If we gone up with 3 on any other ones, we did. This one we can go up with 1, and this one we'll just leave down here. Okay, so this will add like a little bit of like, I don't know. I think that looks super cool to me. It does mean that for a roof, it's a little bit tricky. But I do have a few ideas. I think a little bit of jungle wood would look decent here. Would look decent. A little jungle wood would look decent. Why do I keep doing that? I don't know, bro. I think that just happens, like, honestly, like, a lot more than we realize. So I need to take my bed with me. I'm going to go deep into the jungle. because surprisingly we ran out of jungle wood, which is, I guess, it's happened a few times before. Probably want to repair my diamond axe too. It's a little bit low, and we are gonna go. We're gonna go grab and fill up on jungle wood. So let's go on a little bit of an adventure. We can take Soul with us. He should make it a little bit quicker to get over there. I just don't know. Do we have to cross a river? I think we do, but buddy, I think you're ready for it, to be honest. And look at this, guys. We're almost out of diamonds, dude. You know what that means. We're going to be going on a little caving adventure. Today? Maybe. I'm not sure. It just kind of depends on, I don't know. Just depends on how far we get with this. I don't really have any, like, set plan. Okay, buddy. Let's go. Oy, right over the fence gate. Perfect. Now, can you make it look over here? Yep. And then this is going to be your new home for, like, a little bit, right? It's pretty cool in here, isn't it? Oh, he just wants out. Okay, well, for now, it's not interesting, and I'm sure you don't want to get in there because it's just not interesting, not because you don't want to be trapped in a small area. But I think horses feel safe in that, yeah, we immediately have to cross a river. Unless we go just straight this way. Yeah. I just want to go really far to a jungle over there and then start to grab our, like, jungle wood from somewhere we can't see. So when we went on the adventure in the episode that was on, what was that, Tuesday, right, the episode? Yeah, it was on Tuesday. We went all the way over, oh, bro, I can't zoom in. We went all the way over there and really, really far away. So if you want to see a nice little adventure episode, that would be a good episode to watch. Again, that's episode 13, and then today we're on 14. But I'm going to go pretty far over here. Remember, whenever we spawned in the world, I believe we went over in this direction, and we were thinking we were going to live... I remember I wanted to look at something. Yes, that. I wanted to see what that was because it was so tall and so high up there. We'll just go like right over here. And I don't think going through a bamboo part of the jungle is going to be very possible, if at all. Like, I don't even think we can. So we'll just go like over here and just park his booty on the shore. I want to go a little further though. But going in the jungle when you're on a horse, dude, it just sometimes it doesn't work out super well. And this, oh no. We'll just stay on the edge. It's not good. We're definitely gonna need a bridge out here, but we did figure out you can wade through the one tall stuff. And if you jump, it's honestly pretty quick. Like, it's not slow at all. So we'll just do that. Hop over here. Look at this, guys. We're learning how to adventure with a horse properly. Now, a lot of you have probably used horses like your entire Minecraft career or whatever, and you're like, bruh, I knew that since forever. And I'm also going to make a safety hole for Soul. I don't really love doing this, but there's not really... Okay, this is like almost impossible to do. Maybe first person, a little easier. I don't love doing this, but I don't know of a better way unless I carry like a lead with me or something, and I don't do that, so... I tried to do it with a bundle before, but then I don't want to carry like an extra bundle with me all the time, so it doesn't work out anyways. But yeah, give me a little bit. I'm going to mine a bunch of jungle trees. Probably just these 3 big ones right here, and that should be enough. Maybe that one too. Okay, so I didn't get like an insane amount, but I definitely got more than we probably need for this project. And we got some more jungle saplings, which, as you know, are just difficult to get in general. I guess we could wait here for every bit to decay, but we're about to go so far away that this stuff will actually not decay anyways. So I'm going to make my way back home. Always an exciting adventure with you, Soul. I'm you know, we're starting to form a good bond here. You know, at first, wasn't so sure, you know, but this is the first episode with him. But now, you know, we've gone on our first adventure together. And, you know, I'm starting to see a friendship form here. Maybe a little bit of, you know, dependency on him to me for food and shelter, but that's okay. You know, I don't mind taking care of something. I like taking care of stuff, so we'll get him. You know, not that he needs taking care. Wait, robot trapped. Oh, no. I gotta go free my robot vacuum, bro. I don't know where it went. Let's go find out. Okay, robot is freed. It sucked up a charging cord, and I don't know why it keeps doing that. Usually it's pretty good about avoiding cords, but I think this one's just really thin, and it's already on like a darker carpet, so it just like doesn't see it. But it did not indeed break it, but it did get stuck. Okay, so this, I guess what I'm thinking is maybe some slabs, kind of like on top of the pens in a way, and then maybe like a few jungle trapdoors too, because we have jungle wood on the fence. And maybe if we add it on the roof, it'll look good too. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll go ahead and set Soul in there because that's going to be his permanent home. Is for maybe the rabbit. The rabbit. That's what my dad used to say all the time whenever I was asking what was for dinner. He would get home from work, and like my mom was a stay-at-home mom, so she was cooking. And I guess now that I think about it, like, how would my dad ever know what my mom is going to be like cooking for dinner? And he would just say rabbit every single time. That was what was for dinner. He's like, rabbit? I'm like, no, really, what's for dinner? He's like, dude, how would I know? Like, seriously, how am I supposed to know that? Okay, so Soul, you'll hang out in here while we do a little bit of very important work. Very, very important. The work we do here is very important. Rest assured. Okay. So what I was saying is some slabs between. I need to get up there. If I put water down, am I going to break anything? Yes, I could break those flowers. So let's not do that. Let's go up right here. Okay. So maybe some slabs like this. Just to add a little bit of something. Sure. I don't mind that at all, actually. I like that. Okay, so let me copy this. And I guess while I'm doing that, I'm going to need to figure out, do I want to add any, like, sort of, like, any, like, extra coverage? Like, when it rains, for example, wouldn't they want to, like, go in, like, a little area with some shelter or something? I don't know. I feel like this is a little too open. At least it feels a little too... Where did I put this extra slab? I know I did. Okay. I don't know. And it feels weird, right, if I don't... I think I'm going to have to raise all of these up one. But everything that's, like, on the ground, it's too low. Which is fine. I don't really mind. It's only a few of them. Okay, and then we just have to randomize which ones we put back. So this one can be that one. This one can be... that one. This one can be that one again. Okay. Do we want to do jungle trapdoors in here or copper trapdoors? But these also both have holes in them. But we're going to pretend that that gives a little bit of coverage. And that way we mix in some copper to the like top area in here. Why are these? Oh, these are not lined. Never mind. I always like freak myself out and make myself think I built something wrong when it's totally fine. But to be fair, I've done like giant builds before, like mega build size. Well, mega builds for me are not as big as some people. Like some people's mega bases are huge. But I'll do like a build that's really big for me and I'll have like one dimension off. And that's always just like a big, like, I don't know. It's always a little sad. And maybe just connect it in the front like this. Okay, so this gives the stalls a little bit of like safety feeling, okay? But then the rest of it doesn't have any roof. Yeah, and that looks really cool too. Do we need a roof in the front? It's just this feels a little like too like sterile, boring. Like we need something here. Maybe some grates and some lightning rod. I wanted to put lightning rods up here, but I totally kind of forgot about it until now. And I don't really know where they would go. Where would we put lightning rods? I don't want to just like put random ones. Maybe we just have them sticking off the top of all these like... Oh, this is tricky. I don't actually know how we'd ever get up to the top of that. I guess we could put water down here and be okay. Do we want lightning rods on all these? Is that going to look weird? Let's go down here. Yeah, I'm not like a big fan of that. That's fine. We don't have to use these lightning rods right now. Just because we have them doesn't mean we got to use them. Save them for something else. Okay. I know I'm flooding you out, buddy, but look at this. Look at this. I know it's like crazy and raining and stuff. Look at this, buddy. You get the first stall, the best one. Look at that. Isn't that cool, dude? I really like that. I really like that. And then I kind of want to have like an item representing every one of the horses, okay? So this is Soul or Sun. What item best represents the sun in Minecraft? That's not like a, also this would be better as a stripped jungle log, wouldn't it? 3, 4, 5. I think there's 5 of these. I don't know. So weird. I never, like, ever use those. And I kind of want them to be... Hold on. I need so many more. You're probably like, what are you doing, bro? Just give me 2 seconds here. Let me, Such a strange process. I want the ones that are just like the naked wood, but they have the all 4 sides. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Okay. So you take 4 of them, and then you just combine them, and then, yeah, see? The stripped jungle wood. And I want to put that here. So what are these going to be? Well, it'd be cool, you know, if you had like a sign, but it'd be even more cool is to like have an item representing them. I guess we could do banners, but dude, I don't know. I don't know, bro. Banners, I feel like you're just like, it's like difficult sometimes. I don't know. We could do banners, but I don't know. I kind of like the idea of having an item represent every single one. So whenever I'm thinking of the sun, and this looks really good, right? Like I actually kind of like this. I'm like actually really digging this. This is cool. We could do a little leaf, a little bush. Yeah. There we go. A little bit of life. A little bit of life out front. I like it. Not bad. Okay. What item represents you, buddy? Nothing truly can represent you as you're just too cool, right? But something has got to represent you. And I think it is a bucket of lava. The sun. The hottest thing there is. The biggest, brightest thing. And lava in real life is very bright. Not that I've seen it, but I have seen videos. And it is very bright. And I don't know of another item that would really represent the sun the best. So I think a bucket of lava, right? So let's go grab one. Where we're going to find one, I mean, a variety of places, to be honest with you. And I think it'd be pretty easy to find. And if I'm correct, there's 5 stalls. There's 3 on that one side and 2 on the other. And we can take our minecart down. We can find some lava pretty easy, right? Right? I hope so. We'll try to. I think it's cool to have like one item represent each horse. Obviously, they're going to have their own respective names, of course, but just something to give them a little extra flair. Okay. And we can count. That's amazing. Okay, buddy, I am going to leave you for just a bit, and I'm going to go find a bucket of lava. So I guess we'll just go down to our trial chamber and just kind of go from there. Something like that. Again, what item is truly representative of soul? If there was a sun item, that would be great, but that's not a thing. Maybe the next horse we will name Crystal and give an amethyst shard to or something. I'm not really sure. Okay, maybe there's some lava around here. Was there? I mean, this is a very deep cave. There's not really a way to get down from here, so we're just gonna we'll just kind of sneak our way out right there. We'll just sneak our way out. Because I know the trial chamber... Ooh, this is kind of a nice way to get down, actually. Some would say it looks dangerous, but I would say it's adventurous. Yes, there is lava right here. Perfect. And remember, we filled in this whole cave, and then we didn't collect any of the resources from it in hopes that in the future I'd be appreciative that I'd lit it up already and I could come here and get the resources, but look what I never did. We took all the diamonds. That's really all we would have needed from this anyways. Okay. And then we built this, and like we have, well, we actually don't have the stuff to build it with, but we just haven't had a need for it. But it would be cool to come down here and finish that project, even though that was the start, and that's not very much, like at all. Build like a nice like copper frame around it or something. Could be cool. I'm not saying I'm never gonna do it. I'm just saying, you know, not right now. Why did I build this thing up if there's no like path? Not that that's much of a path, but it's something. And I did build supports there. I don't know if I showed that on camera, but I feel like that needed to have some supports. Okay, and now we head back. I'll meet you guys back at the top. Love this minecart. So I do get a lot of comments that are telling me, Neo, you should make a lava farm because... Why is it so slow? I feel like this is so slow here. Because you can use it to smelt items. I am aware that you can... Whatever. I am aware that you can use lava buckets to smelt, but you have to every single time, like, go grab more lava, take the bucket out, and I just feel like it's annoying, and I'd rather just get coal. I'd rather go mining and get coal. I don't want to automate quite literally everything, but... Oh! Yeah, what was that? Why did it just put the lava down? Okay, that looks pretty cool. I like that. Does it look better like this? Actually, it gives it a little bit more depth. The roof doesn't feel as flat, so I'm a big fan of that. Okay. This is beautiful, dude. I actually love this. Okay. Nice. So what material do you want in here? I feel like for a barn in particular, it's always best to just, at least maybe in the stables, just have them be like this kind of like, I don't know, path material. Oh, hello, buddy. I know it's a little tricky with, I mean, you can go hang out in the courtyard. I don't mind, especially while I'm doing this. We'll need some lanterns in here, of course. That's like just non-negotiable. We're not going to leave them in the dark at night like we leave the rest of the base. It's just completely dark at night. We're not going to talk about it. We'll add light. We will. We will. I swear. And I don't know if like I want to... I feel like this is okay if it's just dirt. I don't think... Or just grass. I don't think this needs to be anything in particular. And I don't like particularly also love this like square out front, but I don't know of a better way to like do this. I really don't know. I mean, we could have it be like maybe a little less like square and have this go over here. Maybe be a little bit better like this. You know, just give me a second here to play with it. Do I not have any? I was gonna say, there's no way I don't have any. Like that. Obviously the fence is not the same way. I know, buddy. Okay, maybe you go back in here for just a moment. I love you so much, buddy, but you can't be out like that. I say we're friends, and then I'm like, I love you. Okay, maybe it's not love quite yet, but soon. Soon. Okay. I mean, it looks better like this, where it's not so square, but in my head, I see the exact path of where we made it less square, and it's like I can tell that it's still pretty, like, not. Let's try this. This will be a little bit better. There we go. Okay. Now it's a lot less square. It does give less room, but, I mean, like, if we're being realistic, they don't actually need the room anyways. Let's go grab lanterns and start to grab stuff to put, you know, things back up, because our inventory is completely full. And yeah. Okay, now hopefully I didn't put up anything like essential to building the rest of this. I don't think I did. Oh, that looks like a structure we would have had. If we kept that wall, dude, I would have never forgiven myself. That would have looked so bad. Oh, that would have looked so bad. Oh, this is so much better. Obviously, we need like a path going to it. We'll figure that out in the future. Yeah, dude, that's pretty cool. And then we just have like lanterns on the corners, of course, just to give a little bit of light. And then we're also going to need to like hang lanterns in the middle of these just to give them a little bit of warmth at night, of course. Now, I don't know what holds in the future for, you know, in terms of like who are we getting next? I don't know, dude. I do know that we need to adventure a little bit. We need some diamonds, and I'm feeling like a little bit of an adventure kind of mood. So let's do that. Let's go find some diamonds. I wish I had Fortune 3. I do have a mob spawner, and I also am kind of hungry. I need to eat lunch. So we could go sit in our mob spawner and just hope and pray that we get Fortune. But if we don't, we don't. We only have one pickaxe available to enchant, right? Should just be one. Do we have like an... I don't want to mess with this one. Oh, why do I have just extra diamond pick... I'm sure my previous self did that. I don't know for what reason I did such activities, like making 3 pickaxes, but I did do such activities, and now I will deal with the consequences of said activities. So we will just... and have extra pickaxes to enchant. Nice. Also going to take the lapis with us whenever we go to our Sky Chanter, which just sounds so cool. I thought that was such a good episode name, but it just performed. It was like 10 out of 10, which means like the 10th, like basically your last 10 videos are compared by view count over time. So after like 3 hours, which is like a good metric, it was performing absolutely horribly. We need the hay bales in there, dude. Like we got to find a spot for the hay bales. Ideally we'd have a little bit more hay bales, which maybe we could just go like grab those. I don't really need like jungle trapdoors if we're gonna do this the right way, dude. We could use oak trapdoors, but no, we gotta go all the way, bro. Like, we already built the stable. I'm so happy with it. I'm usually happy with builds, but like this one I'm especially happy with just because it looks so cool. We could take Soul over there. That would probably make a little bit more sense to go grab some hay. I'm sure he would enjoy the attention as well. So let's go run around. I feel like I need to build like a little exterior path. That could be kind of cool. Would tie everything in a little bit, maybe. Sort of. I don't know. Maybe we don't need more paths. But yeah, we'll go grab some hay just so we have more to put in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Why is that like that? I don't even know. It looks cool. Grab some hay so that I can just put some in here in a pile. Maybe turn one of these stalls into like a hay storage thing. I'm not really totally sure. I mean, that's not necessary, but could be cool. And yeah, I feel like every time I go and gather hay, I do not have a hoe with me. So this is going to make it so much quicker because it's really slow to break by hand. And you need the only tool to break. It's like trying to break stone with your hand. Not really. It's a little quicker. Now, we have taken most of the hay supply, but it looks like there's still a couple of piles left. I feel like every time we go adventure, we just take it because we have been just quite literally only eating bread. Which does work out. It's not like a horrible food source, but it's definitely not a top saturation food source, to put it kindly. Okay. I do see a few other like hay bale piles. Let's leave those for when we really, really need them. 35 is enough for my usage here. And let's go back to the stables and make a little hay pile. Okay. I don't think I want to like put hay storage inside of these. Like you could technically fit a hay bale up there, but then it kind of connects. So it looks a little bit weird. Even if you were to put it on the ground, like first of all, it removes the thing and it just doesn't, that just feels weird to me. So we're not going to do that. So I think we'll just make like a little like pile out front. I don't want it to be like too big because like realistically like we don't actually need it here. But then this kind of makes it hard for some of these stables to like get out. Maybe we could move it like over here. Probably would be best like over here, somewhere around there. Yeah, that is a little bit better. I know, buddy. She's trying to eat it because it's delicious. Remember we gave Bullet like a giant pile of hay and diamonds. I think we gave him like a whole pile of like goodies. That horses want diamonds, but you know, you never know. Don't assume. Maybe horses do want diamonds. I don't know. Oh yeah, you could just straight walk out, can't you? Maybe. I do like the pile of hay, but it seems a little weird. I think I need to figure out a better solution for this, and maybe I was right. Just make one of them like a storage section for the hay. Maybe like one of these like this one over here could just be for hay storage, but it would need to be a different shape. It would need to have like more copper grades or something. I don't know. Let me figure something out. I have figured out my solution, potentially. I feel like horses also need water. Maybe. I totally had jungle wood, but I didn't want to go all the way back to my base, man. That's too much work. Okay. And then I guess maybe a cauldron for the water makes more sense, but we already have the wood, so whatever. It works too. I just need like an infinite water source, and there's not one here. Do I actually want to build like a water trough though? Because then I'm going to have like no room. Basically, I figured out like if I just put this here, this seems to be like a good shape. And I did grab those stairs because I wanted to put the stairs like this, just to make it seem like a feeding trough, I suppose. But now that I'm looking at this, I'm thinking to myself, this just makes the horse encouraged to run up top of it. But that's fine. It gives us something to play with. You almost can't tell that it's like a feeding trough. It just looks like a weird like yellow thing on the ground. I don't know why, but it doesn't look right. That looks better to me. Okay. That looks good. Okay, cool. All right, let me clean up my inventory. Actually, no, we don't need to clean up. Well, yeah, we'll clean it up. But what I'm going to do, let me make sure I shut the fence gates. I did. I am going to go hang out near my spawner, eat lunch, and then by the time that we come back, we should have enough mobs to get us to 30 levels. And then we can go adventure, look for some diamonds, and maybe some more name tags so we can get more horses. I mean, that's really what's stopping us. We don't have any name tags. I'm not like hiding them in here. We just don't have any, which is kind of odd. I feel like you usually get them a little bit quicker, but alas, we don't have them. So we will solve that problem with haste. We don't have a haste beacon. I'm just using the word haste. Okay, so let me make sure and turn this thing on non-entity cram mode, right? I think it's on. No, it's not on entity cram mode right now. Okay. And then we quite literally just go over here and we sit in our little safe house and we eat lunch and we come back in like an hour. See you then. Okay, well, you probably can't hear, but there's a lot of mobs down there. I turned it down because it was so loud. Will this be enough for 30 levels? I mean, I would think it's been like 30 minutes or so. So I would assume that this is enough, but we'll just kind of have to see. I hesitate to make any of them shoot me because if they do, like if I do this, they'll all shoot each other. As long as we hit them once, when they die, they'll drop XP. I think. Something like that. So I'm just trying to like... I can kind of stand like right here. Yeah, dude, this is going to be 30 levels. Like, way more than 30. And a lot of them are just like killing each other, which is great. If they kill themselves, that's great. That makes it so much easier for me. I don't have to clear all the skeletons out by hand. Okay. A few more left. A few more stragglers that didn't get caught up in the fight. Which is surprising. I mean, it's he just had to get the last one. 32 levels. So, not quite enough for 2 enchants. If we could get a few more, I'd be happy. Like, I mean, just a few more levels. Surely we could do that in, like, not that much time. So let me just sit here for a bit. Okay, that was not that long. So surely this is enough. Hopefully. But yeah, I ate some lunch. And that was like maybe 30 minutes. It wasn't that long. But luckily, these things are pretty efficient. Even though it's just like a single spawner. It's not a double spawner or anything cool. Even so. Okay, it's already have 33 levels. I don't need any of this. I mean, power 3 and breaking 3 is not bad. That's actually like not bad. I might keep power 3 and breaking 3. Because I can probably, chances are, get like, you know, some better enchants on that pretty easily. But let's go ahead and enchant these pickaxes, see what we get on them, and hope it's, you know, good enough. Because I'm not going to like strip an enchant off. We don't have enough levels to be, you know, that particular with the enchants we get. So whatever we get, we will not throw a fit. And we do actually have, like, a way to get up and down now, which is so nice. Look at this, dude. Our world is maturing, man. Why? Why is this here? I'm gonna be a bad boy. I'm just doing a little swap on the blocks there. There we go. That's that. And then, just so we have, like, a path between them. Okay. But then over here, same kind of thing. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, now we can go enchant. Maybe we just run right over here. I mean, it's super close. Maybe we'll make a path over here. I don't know. Again, I don't know exactly how we're going to handle this. Because this is not correct. Not 3-tier. It bugs me a little bit. Luckily, it does line up at the top here, which I guess I did that on purpose. I don't know. Probably. Probably past me did that on purpose. I would hope so. If not, then that's just super lucky. But look at this, dude. Our world is looking actually, like, pretty good. I like this. Please, oh please, enchant with Fortune 3. With Fortune 3. Well, we didn't get Fortune 3. Well, I guess I'll leave these up here. I don't know. I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, this is what we already have. Maybe we'll just leave the old one. Ugh, man. No Fortune 3 makes this a little trickier for sure. I kind of want to go caving, like, maybe not in that direction. What direction do you want to go caving? I know we have a cave below our house, but it's always fun to, like, adventure when you cave. Let me put this lapis back up. You must go where you're supposed to be. There you go. So, you know, it's kind of luck of the draw there. You know, you don't always get the enchants you want. Maybe we'll go, like, diagonal and go see if we can find a cool cave system. I want to go fairly far away. I've been in that cave system so many times now. It's like, yeah, not fun. I want to find a new adventure. Maybe even some underwater caving would be fun, but I don't have the levels for that. We honestly just need to do like an overnight wait at the dungeon spawner, but it can get to the point where the game is running at like 1 frame per second, and that's really not conducive to being able to play. When it's 1 FPS, you get to this point where trying to hit the skeletons is like impossible because you're like clicking between like frame updates. It's super weird, and it takes like 30 minutes to like get like 1 mob hit because it won't do like a swiping hit whenever you're in that state of 1 FPS. It won't do like a slash. It always just hits one of them, and you have to slowly kill them till it finally stops lagging and realizes, oh, I can hit a bunch of mobs at once with the slash attack. Just running through the jungle. I mean, I can't really say how many times I've ran through, not the jungle, ran through like the mangrove swamp. It's kind of cool. We got frogs hanging out, like people are chilling. It's definitely one of those biomes that's very all-encompassing, which is not a bad thing. Maybe we should have taken Soul out on this adventure, but I don't know if he would have made it through the swamp, man. I don't think he would have. He's not cut out for water. Not quite yet. Well, that's cool. I don't know if I've been over there. Probably at some point. Surely I have, but I'm just going to swim across this because I am not seeing an easier way unless we make like a boat. You know what? We could make a little tree house. Maybe. Or just get a boat. Please. Please, sir. I need 1 boat, please. I should have carried wood with me, but I'd never do what I'm supposed to. I am not going to bother trying to chop those. I think that's the reason I don't like these trees. The wood is really cool looking in red. Just definitely unique, but it's just so difficult to cut the trees down, dude. Because you got the roots to deal with, and then you got like these weird shaped like trunks. Like it goes over here, and then it goes diagonally. What's a man to do with something like that? I don't know. I can't handle that. Let's go see what this looks like over here. We'll sleep underwater because it's the best place to sleep if you didn't know. Look at this. Place the bed down underwater and sleep, and you're in your own little air compartment. Kind of nice. And especially if you're, you know, surrounded by a bunch of baddies at night, you could just go sleep underwater. Makes it very easy. Now, we're starting to get somewhat to the point where we may want to explore going to the end. But I'm trying to hold out. Maybe they'll do an end update. That would be so far away. But wouldn't that be cool, though? Like, obviously that's the next logical step. And I think that's what they're going to announce at Minecraft Live. Which is tomorrow, along with the launch of RainyDay Skyblock Season 5. So we kind of timed it a little bit poorly, but maybe people will just be on their computers already and they'll just hop on the server and listen to it in the background. Who knows? Ooh, okay. Have I seen this before? Okay, there's a creeper in there. What just broke? Oh, my chest. Okay. You know, oh, well, I don't even have enough diamonds to fix that, so we need to, like, do something ASAP, actually. We'll go over here to the plains. I know I've been over here before. I just don't remember how long ago it was. Doesn't really matter, but I've got to find an iron supply, make an iron chest plate until we can get ourselves a diamond chest plate again, because I cannot be running around without a chest plate, dude. That is just a recipe for death. So, of course, I'm just running away because I'm slightly scared. Ooh, maybe we'll go check out over here. Maybe we'll find a really good golden chest plate that after, like, 3 or 4 hits, we'll lose. But, whatever. It's okay. If we can find a golden chest plate, that'd be really great. Oh, man, that's about to break, too. Dude, see, we need a full set of diamond armor. I knew those diamonds wouldn't last. Remember, we had so many, and I was like, oh, these are going to last forever, dude. And then I was going to say, I'm going to regret not, you know, breaking these with Fortune 3. And kind of do, a little bit, but does it not have a chest? It does. It's just kind of in a weird spot. Oh, great. Very, very awesome. Cool. That's not what I need at all. I need iron and a cave. So I'm not really doing a great job of looking for a cave. I'm kind of like running over here to the coast for some reason. I don't know why. I just want to stare out at the great ocean blue, see what we can find. Maybe we'll just end up on a very long adventure again. Just fine by me, dude. As long as I don't have to think about what's going on tomorrow. It's not that I'm afraid it's going to go bad, but I'm always like super, super nervous about a launch. But yeah, it would mean the world to me if you guys would come and check it out, because we put a lot of work into it, man. We make everything from the ground up ourselves. We don't use public plugins. So that's why oftentimes, you know, we may do things a little bit slower, but we do them right and do them very well, I think, in my opinion. So this is cool. I don't know if I've ever seen a village like in a... Is this a sparse... Oh, I thought it was a sparse jungle, but I don't think it is. But this is kind of a cool little setup over here. Jungle on the hill. Little... Oh, we could find a blacksmith with some diamonds in here. Oh, that might actually work. I mean, like, work for something. I don't know for what. Oh, they got a horse. Is it a good horse? I don't know. I don't have a saddle, but we could craft a saddle if we kill some cows and then this iron golem, which I'm not going to kill the iron golem. He didn't do nothing wrong. I'm not going to kill him. How you guys doing? This is a nice, freshly spawned in village. Do you have a blacksmith? So you guys just have no tools. Is that what you're telling me? Apparently that is the case. They just have no tools. There is no blacksmith here. How sad. How sad indeed. We could try to get a horse. It would be a little difficult to get across the ocean, but if we can find ourselves... One iron. I don't want to kill iron. You know how I'm going to find the iron? We're going to dig down. We're going to do like a random number generator. We're going to do stop. Okay, so that's 4. So we're going to go 4 blocks forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Random, we're going to go this way now. I'm going to stop. Not 76. We're going to go 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go straight down. So, this is either going to be disastrous or very fruitful. Okay. I just need iron, so I'm just going to mine in a straight line and hope I can find iron. There's got to be iron around here somewhere. Oh, look, a cave. Okay. Okay. See, everything does work out. If you just got to trust the process. Guess I should look around the corner here, make sure there's not something creeping and crawling. We should be good. I will indeed need to smelt said iron, so I'll take a little bit of coal. By a little bit, I mean like 31 maybe. I'm going to guess that this is 31 coal. Let's see how accurate I am. It is 25. Don't trust me. Don't trust me. Yes, and the iron that we need as well. Thank you very much. As well as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cobblestone. We already had that because we mined straight down. And yeah, this is literally like a tiny cave. Like, this does not lead to anything else. And yet we found it with our random guess method. I mean, maybe there's more to it, but I'm not thinking a whole lot. I also really don't want to cave right this moment, but I need the iron desperately. I need a chest plate so bad. Okay, let's go back up because I want to find like an actual like cave to go in. I don't want to like just look around these little caves. I want to find one of those big old caves that makes me scared. Because then that's when we find the exciting stuff. And where do we get in here? Need a little bit of extra. Need a little bit of extra. Where? We found it like right here, right? We were digging into... yeah, we dug into like the side of it. So it's not an upper area. How? Is this how you guys feel when you're lost in the world? Like, I mean, I'm sure you're screaming like, Neo, it's right there. Neo, it's right there. But I really don't see it. I thought it was like right around here. I thought it was right there, but it's not. Oh, there's a whole other area of the cave. That makes more sense. Okay, let me build up and then we'll make ourselves a saddle. We will grab a new horse, our second horse. Don't know what the name will be. I'm thinking Crystal. I like that name. Doesn't fit like the whole Aztec theme. We'll just fill it up to there in case we ever want to go back there. Don't know why we would. We have 3 leather. Maybe get a little bit more food would be nice. That would be nice, actually. Let's just set up shop over here near Crystal. And make ourselves 2 furnaces because we're balling like that. And it will just smelt this stuff a little bit quicker. Okay. And now we wait. And while we wait, we will collect hay. Is there just no fence gate on these things? So I guess the animals can quite literally never get out. What? Is that really how this is? That's not very nice. I hear a cow and one horse named Crystal. You are welcome to leave. But I will implore you to stay for a bit because... Are we going to have 8? We are going to have 8. This is going to be the adventure of a lifetime. And you're going to get to go back to a giant Aztec temple thing that looks really cool. Okay, you really don't like me, do you? Oh, it's empty hand. Empty hand. Nope. Yep. See, I mean, I'm a smooth operator on a horse. You know, we'll ride nice and smooth, and I'm not gonna be aggressive or make you do anything too dangerous. Yeah, come on, buddy. Or, well, yeah, buddy could be a girl. She's a girl. Soul is obviously a boy, and this is a girl horse. Look at her, so majestic. Come on, man. She really doesn't like me. She's kind of feisty. Come on, dude. I really need that chess piece. Nope. Still didn't decide. That was a long little stint there. You really don't like me? Okay. Well, let's give her a minute to cool down. Usually I can break a horse pretty quick. You know, I'm from Oklahoma. I know how to break a horse. That's something I am aware of doing that is possible with equestrian beings. Okay. Empty hand. Empty hand. Maybe I need to go get an apple. Do you want an apple? Would that make you happier? Please? Come on, Crystal. Come on. You got this. See? Nice and slow. It's gonna be dark before too long. We've got to get on a road. I've got to get into a bed and sleep. Come on. I don't know if this has ever taken this long before. I didn't even know it was possible. Can we sleep from the horse? Please don't walk too far away from my bed. Wonder if this will glitch the game out if I sleep while on a horse. I mean, obviously someone has tried this before. Oh, the bed's too far away. Okay, we'll try again in the morning, guys. I mean, if this doesn't work before too long, we're going to have to get on the move, man. But I think Crystal is the next horse. Please. Please. Look at us. Perfect combo. Right? I mean, it feels like a perfect combo. Maybe this horse already has a friend. And it's a villager. Ooh, that's weird. You notice it like snaps to... I did not know that happened. Okay, well, I'll come back whenever this happens. I don't know when it'll be. I think I found who is already this horse's friend. Does not seem very happy. Walked up to me and glared at me with the most menacing stare. Maybe if we just put... Wait. Did it already happen or something? Okay, now I'm confused. I just put the saddle on it. And Crystal's fine now? We never got the hearts, though. I don't know. I don't even know if you can put, like, a saddle on a horse that doesn't like you. So I think we now have our next horse. Let's go! And hey, now we have a horse on an adventure. What's the jump height looking like here? Whoa! That's way higher than Soul. Okay. The speed seems to be about the same, maybe a tad slower. No, maybe even quicker. Okay, your first big jump here. Oi! Hey, we actually were able to jump up. That's pretty impressive. Now this one's a little trickier. Then we're gonna... Yeah, dude, look at that! We are now an expert horse rider. We are a true cowboy at this point. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I am now a cowboy. Certified. Dude, I really like Crystal, bro. She's a jumper. She's jumping. Yeah, look at this. We're just riding on top of the world over here. I really wanted to see what was over here because this just looked beautiful to me. Okay, yep, bonk my head. I should have assumed that was going to happen. Oh, with the waterfall and everything? Whoa, dude, wait. I don't love that you're up here. I feel like this is kind of dangerous. You don't have any horse armor. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, it looks pretty beautiful to me. I don't know if I really want to go over there, but there's a nice floating block, which is always good to see. Pretty interesting. Okay, well, we're going to need to find a cave. And then I'm not trying to go too far away from our house. We've already kind of messed that up a little bit. Okay, all right. Let's not go near the fire. Apparently, there is a fire. A very bad fire. I'm not sure how bad, but it seems pretty bad. We will save the day! Dude, Crystal is just a freaking champion. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like a few little tiny trees like burnt. Like, it's fine. Okay, that was deep. Alright, I'm sorry, Crystal. I know. I shouldn't have done that. I know, I'm pushing you to your limit, but this is just, it's all a big test to see if you are the greatest horse around. Because we're going to need to have baby horses, and then we'll have... See, I don't know if we're going to have enough stables. So, we have how many stables? 5? Like 5 horses is a good number. We have 2 brown horses, one with spots, one without. Okay, what's up, guys? Okay, all right, we fell in. Oh, that's great. I am sorry if I make you fall in, but I'm trying to save my horse, who is in dire danger. Okay, well, I can just like do this, can't I? Right? I guess I could just literally like put blocks right there, and then yep, easy peasy. Now, again, getting across the river, I'm not sure how we're going to do this. Can you put a horse in a boat? I guess that wouldn't really matter, because if we put the horse in the boat, like, what help is that going to be? Because, can I get in the boat as well? Oh, I am now very curious how this works. Will you go into a boat? Why do you immediately turn around? Every single time, immediately. Okay, this is not going well. I don't think they can go in boats. I'm gonna be completely honest, because usually they would just like pop in. I'm gonna assume they indeed cannot go in boats. So let's just not hit Crystal. And we'll figure out another way back home. I mean, I really don't know actually how we're going to do this at all. We also did not find a cave, but it's okay. This is more important to me right now. Also, Crystal has no armor on, so running around just doesn't seem like the wisest of decisions. There is that cave over here, so maybe we could leave Crystal for a second. But honestly, dude, we can go caving another time. We got to save this horse to get her home. Probably want to build like a bridge here. Okay, back in your home turf for just a bit, though. Just a bit, I promise. We're going to get you home where you belong. Okay. Oh, he's so sketchy doing the little one wide bridges. All right, well, I'm going to run back home. If I, see anything cool, I'll let you know. But for the most part, it's just going to be a whole lot of running. So I don't mind. I like running on a horse. It's fast. Gotta admit, I did forget that this was a... Yeah, I did kind of forget about this. This is, I don't really know how to do that. I don't know. I mean, I could build like a very long path, I suppose. But is that really the only option? I could go all the way around the desert over there. I think we're just going to build a path. We're just going to do it out of oak wood. Let's do that. Let's make a really long path. Sure. Jeez, dude. It didn't actually take that long to build, but this is like a super long path. And it's 1 block wide, and it definitely makes me nervous. And it's a very weird shape. No, I don't know why I didn't just go straight over. I don't know. Okay? Honestly, dude, I have 0 clue why I built it this shape. Like, I don't even begin to understand what was going through my head. I don't know. But we have Crystal over here. And we have an amethyst crystal that we'll, put on her stall, which is perfect. That's kind of why I wanted to name her Crystal. And I already had that idea earlier. In a safety hole, of course. We're going to sleep because, don't want to be on the road at night. This seems like a bad place to be at night. We'll just put it that way. That seems like a bad place to be at night. Okay. We have slept through the night. Are you ready for this? Let's see if we can go full speed without stopping. We're just going to, probably going to go in F5 mode. Makes this a little bit easier. I almost feel like cheating. We got to go back. Ride it like a true cowboy. Okay, we almost went off the edge. Luckily, you get a little bit of leeway. I think their, hitbox on the ground is a little smaller than what it looks like. And there we go. we've crossed back over. Now, if we find a cave on the way home, that's fine. We'll just kind of earmark its position and then come back to it. Because, again, I'm not trying to leave you out here without any armor. If I had armor, then maybe I'd reconsider it, but there's no armor, and I don't... okay, I don't want my head to be in a beehive. I don't have my Silk Touch pickaxe with us, so I'd rather not just, like, break that for no reason and just, like, torture a family of bees. That doesn't sound like a very nice thing to do. Can I get up here for a moment? Sure, a nice rainy day. Hey, it's a little semblance of what comes tomorrow on rainy day, which is, like, called rainy day. That's why... I don't know. The reason we called it that was because we just... I don't know. Everyone loves rainy days, man. Everyone loves rainy days. And it was a rainy day plan. Okay. I didn't realize this is an overhang like this. Oh, dude. This is... I gotta write down these coordinates. Oh, we're under attack. We're under attack. How far away from my base is this? Just through the swamp diagonally. We gotta come back there, dude. Like in this episode or in a future episode. But like, dude, that is what, like, it feels like an alpha cave right there. That is perfect. Maybe I do like this modern terrain gen. If it can still sprinkle in a little bit of that every once in a while. Oh, this is what we did the boat across, isn't it? I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, this way seems nice. I like this way. This way is beautiful and doesn't require a whole bunch of craziness to make happen. So yeah, we're gonna go this way. I see little turdies over here having fun. Hello, little turdy. Come here, buddy. Would you like to have a snack? Maybe a piece of bread. Introduce gluten to the diet of sea animals. Seems like a great idea. I'm sure they're very used to it. It's like seagulls when people feed them what? And it would make them, like, blow up. I don't remember. What was it? It was like rice or something? I can't remember. You're not supposed to feed them something. And it, like, is very bad. It makes their stomach expand. It's, like, very, very bad. I don't particularly love sand caves. I always feel like they're going to cave in on me, like, quite literally. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having a little outpost out there. I'll be 100% real with you. I would not mind having an outpost out there. That seems like a pretty cool spot. What I want to do is probably end the episode all the way out there. Why end it there? Just because that way when I come back after playing Skyblock, I'll know exactly what I was doing. I will know exactly what I was doing. I'll even bring the obsidian with me. So that way I have no question and no objections to doing what needs to be done. Hopefully this is like the right... I feel like this is the right path, right? Our house should quite literally just be right over yonder. I think. I don't actually know. Yeah, I think it's through this little, like, oak forest thing here. And then our house should be, like, just over here. Right? What have I done? Oh, yeah, no, our house is just right there. Oh, cool. Okay, we actually went a little bit too far. Nice. Not nice that we went too far, but nice that we actually found it. And that means the alpha base isn't too far away, but it's somewhere I definitely want to have a base at. Just because it's cool. But do I want to build a base there just because it's cool? If it means I have to build like a giant minecart thing that I don't know. Usually that'd be like for resources or things. But what would I build over there? I don't know. I don't really think I have to have like a purpose for it. It just looks really cool. And this horse's jump height is just incredible. Okay, now we don't have a name tag quite yet, which is a little sad. So this is crystal, and we're gonna put an amethyst there just to mark that that is crystal. But like I said, there's no name tags at the Neocubist chest inventory of greatness, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit. But we'll know her name just because it'll be like quite literally a amethyst crystal sitting there. Assuming I have one, I can go get a crystal and grab my minecart that sunk all the way to the bottom. Which, I guess I could have a better entry and exit for my minecart track, but this is what it is. What it is. It's fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And honestly, it might be quicker to take this minecart down, right? And then just like break it before I reach the other one, which should be like on the third powered track, like right there. Somewhere around there, yeah. Okay. Let me just get out, break this one, carry it back up. And we just need 1 crystal. If we had... It would be nice if we had the silk touch pickaxe with us. Yeah, that would look so much better. Okay, I'll be back. Let me go get the silk touch pickaxe. Okay, silk touch pickaxe acquired. Now to bring it down and grab a crystal. Okay, now I gotta remember to put up this minecart. I don't want to carry this with me because it'll be one of those items that'll stick in my inventory for quite literally ever. And I'm not trying to deal with that. Now, I would say that we could take a bunch of these and like put them down in... Maybe we could put these in our house, actually. It's like different stages, isn't there? Yeah, large... And just normal amethyst clusters, like the little tiny ones. I could put some in her... I almost said cage. It's not a cage, dude. It's not a cage. Some in her stall. But then what are we... We're not going to put lava in Soul's stall, so that would be super weird, right? If we put lava in there... Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm not trying to end up with a fried horse. That sounds horrible. Almost put up the wrong thing there. Okay. Now, this is what I was looking for. Just having the different horses, like little symbols. Isn't that cool? I don't know. I kind of like that. Okay. Well, I'll go back to the alpha base. What I'm going to do is probably put like a sign down somewhere. Like, I guess since I'm standing here talking about it, we can go ahead and do that. But like I said, I will see you guys tomorrow in a live stream, and the first episode of the Skyblock series will be uploaded all tomorrow. So it'll be nice and perfect. I'm just going to put a sign. I'm going to say fountain plus alpha base. It's not like we're going to be gone that long. It's only a week, but I do want to remember what we're going to be doing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you come and try RainyDay out. Again, you can play it on a computer or on your phone or a console. Whatever you have Minecraft on, we support, and we'd love to see you on RainyDay tomorrow. Again, it's at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, so somewhere around the middle of the day. Anyways, I appreciate you guys so very much. And if that doesn't interest you, you don't try it out, I still appreciate you very much. And I will see you guys in the next hardcore episode or in the Skyblock series, which, again, hardcore not going anywhere. But at least for the first week, we'll be focusing on Skyblock. So we'll start to mix them in after that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend ahead. And I'll see you later. Bye!